The National Football League has long been admired for balancing tradition, innovation, and entertainment, but as the game evolves, so do its rules, and many believe those new rules are beginning to distort the very spirit of football. One of the most talked about changes involves the kickoff. For decades, kickoff returns were some of the most exciting moments in football. They were unpredictable, explosive, and capable of changing the momentum of a game in seconds. But recent adjustments to alignment, touchback placement, and player positioning have drastically reduced the number of returns. The NFL's new kickoff rules, first tested in 2024 and made permanent in 2025, require teams to line up differently, shrink return space, and move the ball to the 35-yard line for touchbacks. While these moves were meant to protect players from high-speed collisions, they have also dulled one of the most thrilling plays in the sport. This video literally pauses right here until you smash that subscribe button. Don't test me. As critics argue, the problem is that safety has come at the expense of excitement. Kickoffs used to be a moment of suspense. Anything could happen. A single return could change the course of a game or send the crowd into a frenzy. Now with more touchbacks and fewer returns, that excitement is disappearing. The play that once symbolized the explosive unpredictability of football is becoming a formality, a controlled transition between possessions. The overtime rule changes have also sparked heated debate. For years, fans and players argued that the overtime coin toss gave too much power to luck. In 2025, the NFL made it official that both teams would now have an opportunity to possess the ball in overtime, even if the first team scores a touchdown. On paper, this seems fair. No one wants a team to lose without touching the ball. But in practice, it has changed the intensity and flow of overtime football. What once felt like sudden death now feels more procedural, with less of that edge-of-your-seat suspense that made overtime so electrifying. Also, the league has taken a hard stance on celebration penalties, putting a stop to certain gestures, including the now famous nose wipe made popular by Dallas Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. This new rule categorizes these gestures as unsportsmanlike conduct, leading to a hefty 15-yard penalty. League officials say the goal is to foster sportsmanship and respect among teams. However, many critics believe this move strips away one of the most genuine aspects of the game: emotion. Football is all about energy, and the excitement that follows a touchdown or a pivotal play is what makes the NFL so thrilling to watch. CeeDee Lamb's nose wipe celebration wasn't offensive or hostile. It was a signature gesture that showcased his personality and confidence. Yet with the 2025 rule changes, such expressions are now deemed unacceptable. The Times of India reported that the NFL's competition committee was split on this issue, with some members arguing that the league is cracking down on harmless displays of joy. This debate raises a bigger question. Where do we draw the line between celebrating and being disrespectful? For many players, this rule feels like the NFL is trying to turn unique personalities into bland, emotionless figures, stifling individuality in favor of a cookie-cutter professionalism. Fans have made their feelings pretty clear. Social media went wild when the change was first announced, with a flood of memes and heated discussions criticizing what many see as yet another unnecessary crackdown. The irony, as fans often point out, is that the league keeps promoting highlight reels and touchdown montages that showcase the very celebrations it now penalizes. It's a contradiction that muddles the line between performance and punishment. The NFL craves the drama but not the dance, the excitement but not the expression. On the other hand, there are those who back the decision. They argue that true professionalism means maintaining composure, even in moments of victory. Over-the-top celebrations can seem like taunting, which might stir up tensions between teams. Supporters of the rule claim it's about maintaining respect on the field, ensuring the game stays focused on skill rather than showmanship. But even this perspective doesn't erase the sentiment among many players that something essential has been stripped away. Football isn't chess. It's a game filled with emotion, adrenaline, and genuine human reactions. Trying to stifle that emotion risks sucking some of the life out of the sport itself. The overtime rule overhaul has brought a significant shift in how tight games are decided. For years, fans voiced their frustrations with the old sudden death format, which allowed one team to claim victory outright if it scored a touchdown on its first possession. Many critics deemed it unfair, especially in cases where star quarterbacks never even got a chance to touch the ball. The new rule now guarantees that both teams will have at least one possession in overtime, even during the regular season. This change makes sure that winning feels earned rather than just a flip of a coin. The impact on strategy has been immediate. Coaches can no longer depend solely on aggressive opening drives. They also need to think about how to defend against the next possession. Quarterbacks now have to prepare for the possibility of multiple drives and consider more than just one pivotal moment. According to ESPN, this has already resulted in more exciting finishes, adding both tension and unpredictability to the games. Fans are loving it because it keeps the outcome uncertain for longer, compelling every team to earn their victory through both offense and defense. Although the CNN's NFL Season Rule Explainer highlights how this change could impact team strategies during drafts and training. Now, the ability to perform well under the pressure of late-game fatigue is more crucial than ever. Coaches might even start creating specialized overtime teams, players specifically trained for those high-stakes, sudden-death moments. This shift adds a richer, more strategic dimension to football, turning overtime from a quick gamble into a full-fledged mini-game that tests endurance, precision, and mental grit. While some traditionalists feel the NFL is evolving too rapidly, many fans view it as a long overdue adjustment that brings back balance and fairness to the sport. Equally groundbreaking is the dynamic kickoff rule, which has fundamentally changed one of football's most perilous and unpredictable plays. Kickoffs have always been thrilling, but have also led to devastating collisions and serious injuries. In 2025, the NFL took action. The new rule modifies player alignment to reduce high-speed impacts while still allowing for exciting returns. With this new setup, players are required to line up in specific zones that restrict how far and how fast they can move before the ball is kicked. The touchback starting position has been moved from the 30-yard line to the 35-yard line, subtly encouraging safer, more controlled returns. Perhaps the most fascinating change is that teams can now attempt an onside kick at any point in the game, not just in the fourth quarter. This single tweak is already reshaping game strategies, giving teams that are behind early a small but significant opportunity to regain momentum when it counts the most. Another crucial modification revolves around the use of technology and replay in officiating. The league has expanded instant replay reviews to cover more specific and impactful situations. This includes not only touchdowns and turnovers, but also first down measurements and penalties involving defenseless players. The goal is simple: increase accuracy and minimize human error. Yet while most fans appreciate greater fairness, not everyone is thrilled about what it does to the game's rhythm. The constant stoppages can break the flow of play and frustrate both teams and spectators. Some players argue that football's charm lies partly in its imperfections, that a human referee's judgment, though fallible, adds a sense of urgency and unpredictability. But others see this expansion of technology as inevitable. The stakes in modern sports are too high to leave critical calls to chance. Millions of dollars, playoff chances, and legacies can hinge on a single ruling. If slowing the game down ensures that justice is done, many argue it's worth it. Expert commentary videos like former NFL official discusses rule changes for 2025 around the 4-minute mark explore how this shift affects coaches' challenge strategies. Since there are now more reviewable elements, coaches must be more selective about when to throw the red flag. Waste a challenge too early, and you might lose the ability to overturn a truly game-defining call later. This adds another layer of tactical complexity, one that rewards discipline and judgment as much as reflex. Technology is transforming how fans engage with the game. Thanks to an array of camera angles, slow-motion replays, and high-definition breakdowns, viewers can now dissect plays in ways that would have been unimaginable just 10 years ago. The NFL isn't merely leveraging technology for officiating, it's using it to weave a more transparent and immersive narrative around each game. Every call now feels like part of a larger dialogue among players, referees, and the millions tuning in from all corners of the globe. One of the most hotly debated rules is the ongoing legality of the tush-push maneuver. This short yardage tactic, where the quarterback is propelled forward by teammates to secure vital yards, has split opinions among fans and analysts. Detractors claim it poses safety risks, blurring the line between teamwork and sheer force. On the flip side, supporters argue it's just smart football, a physical and strategic approach to tackle short yardage challenges. Despite the safety concerns, the NFL made a narrow decision to keep the play legal for the 2025 season. This choice sends a strong message. The league still cherishes physicality as a core aspect of football's essence. ESPN's comprehensive 2025 rules summary dives deep into the controversy, highlighting how teams like the Philadelphia Eagles have perfected this technique to the point where it seems nearly unstoppable. For defensive coordinators, the tush push has turned into a strategic nightmare, pushing them to devise new ways to counter raw strength with clever tactics and foresight. For many analysts, 2025 is shaping up to be a pivotal year in the evolution of football's identity. Each change we see highlights the ongoing struggle between control and chaos, technology and the human touch, as well as passion and professionalism. Fans are witnessing a sport that's learning to evolve while still holding on to its essence, one rule at a time. Thank you for watching till the end. Tell us in the comment section what you think about these NFL rules, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next update from us.